If you become a Muslim and you feel that you don't have to eat,
become a Muslim.
you don't know yet.
I do know that.
Okay.
Listen,
How do you know that?
I've been here before, yeah. When I was younger, yeah.
What's changed from your
There's
perspective?
not as many people here. I thought there used to be more people.
But have you changed yourself?
It's a good question.
Yeah,
Come on, for the better or for the worse?
But it's quite religious now. I didn't think it used to be as religious. I thought it was more
Were you religious back then and not now?
I'm not really. I'm a bit religious, but I'm not Christian or Muslim. So
Why are you not a Muslim?
why am I not a Muslim?
Yeah.
Good question.
Because I'm from Britain. It's not my background religion. I guess it's not. I wasn't raised.
So
in
do you have to be from a particular area to be a Muslim?
No, but it helps, doesn't it? Like obviously, people from Iran are Muslim, and people from Britain are
Yeah.
Christian.
So let me ask you again then, why are you not a Muslim? Because now you've answered your question that it doesn't have to
The
do with.
question is, why you left Christianity?
I was never Christian either.
So let's try to learn. So it's nothing to do with being, you're in Britain. That's
Yes.
why. So what's the real reason then?
I'm not Muslim. I probably don't agree with the Quran. I've not read the Quran, but I don't.
When you say you don't agree, what is it that you don't
Like
agree?
eating meat.
Eating meat.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
one part. Or
So what's the issue about eating meat? Is it because killing other animals?
An animal has a soul.
What are bacteria? Do they have soul?
No, but animals have consciousness. They have.
Do the
soul.
bacteria have consciousness?
No.
How do we know that?
They have life force, but I guess everything's conscious.
What
in a way.
about plants? Do they suffer
Yeah,
of pain?
Yeah, they do.
Do you eat plants?
Yeah. It's
Even
about
though they
but
suffer
it's about
pain?
minimizing the pain. Like you eat plants, you're not doing as much pain as if you eat an animal.
So even if the plants suffer pain, you'd still eat them.
Yeah, because you have to eat
But
something.
you have to.
eat something.
Right. So
you minimize
So if
the
you
pain you
minimize,
do as well.
actually, I agree with you. If you minimize the pain, then it's okay, right?
Yes.
So when we try to even slaughter animals, we try to minimize the pain.
What with halal? Halal.
Halal.
I
Do you know what?
isn't that painful?
Do you know halal
It's slitting
slaughter?
the throat.
No.
People
Have
say
you
that-
ever had a paper cut? Paper cut.
Yes.
When did you notice the paper cut? During the time of the cut or much later?
Later.
Do you know why much later? Because during the time of cut, it was so sharp, you didn't even feel it.
Exactly.
So when we slaughter animals only for consumption of food, only with the permission of God,
Okay.
taking another life,
Yes.
it has to be done with a very sharp knife, so they don't feel a pain at all. All the blood drains from the jugular vein, empties from all the brains. The brain is all now,
So you
no
think
blood
it's
supply.
More humane.
Let me tell you exactly why it's more humane. All the blood supply is. Do you want to give the umbrella to the lady? Look, okay. Take it. Yeah.
Take it.
The blood drains from the brain,
Heavy, you know?
so you no longer have all the nerve supply and so on and so forth to actually feel the pain. Because it's so there is an ongoing debate because halal slaughter and
People
other slaughter by
ban it.
electrocution. They're trying to make sure that stunning is better, but stunning, what it does is it causes intense pains which maybe not registered. So it's an open debate. But what we say is, it's more humane because of the reasons I've explained already. You don't even slaughter in front of other animals. Do you know what animals do? When they see an animal is dragged to the slaughter, they see that and they're already feeling the anxiety and pain already by watching it.
Okay. Yeah.
In Islam, you hide them from the others. So that's the Islamic justification. What do you have anything against kosher meat?
This is similar, isn't it? Similar. To
Do you have anything against kosher meat?
Yeah.
Because I have not seen a single individual raising their eyebrow against Jewish kosher meat.
No, do you know Rupert Lowe?
No. But have you ever thought about kosher meat?
Yeah, I have actually.
And
I have.
would you say
Yeah, I-
kosher meat is bad?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Same as I think halal. I think
All right.
killing
Because
animals.
people don't, because they realize,
You think
it's a
people don't
Jewish
wanna
lobby.
People don't want to criticize Jews, right? Yeah. Okay,
That's
I
why.
understand.
So
I
what we're
won't
saying,
criticize anyone.
is, we inadvertently, not willingly, we kill life every minute. As we,
No, you hold it. It's heavy.
yeah, when we breathe, you know how many bacteria are going on? We're killing them when they go and we're filtering them, killing them. In our stomach, when we eat food and all these germs, we kill them, right? When you are ill, you have any kind of issues about cold, cough, you get antibiotics, you kill the bacteria inside, you kill them. Yeah? Even when you farm for food, the plants that you farm, how many rodents and how many other insects and so on we kill by the millions, right, throughout the world. So if we are really going to think about like animal suffering, then we need to say that we should really just not eat anything at all, because in every way, in every process, animals are being harmed. So Islam has an ethical farming system, ethical way of living. So just like you have foxes being hunted in UK, for fun, Islam will say this is absolutely wrong because you are killing an animal just for fun. We can't do that in Islam. Only for meat consumptions for food, and it's not mandatory. It's not an obligation that you have to eat meat. If you if you become a Muslim and you feel that you don't have to eat...
become a Muslim.
You don't know yet.
I do know that.
Okay. How do you know that?
My thing against, not against Islam, but I don't want to see Islam all over the UK, because I want to preserve British culture.
Yeah.
Like you would want, I don't know.
What of this culture you want to preserve that you think Islam disagrees with?
Well, like our churches and our history.
Yeah, you can have your churches, no problem.
Yeah, but I don't want to see like.
No, wait.
Islam become
Preserving. Remember, you said preserving. If you now go to Syria still, even after all these wars and so on, if you go to Palestine, where there's a Jewish quarter, Muslim quarter, Christian quarter, in Syria, there was a church and a mosque, side by side and opposite sides of the road, thousands of years. What Islam did, preserve people. It's not like you saw Afghanistan blowing up the statue of a Buddha, right? That's the negative hypes that, imagine...
Well, that's what the Taliban did, didn't
they? Yeah. But Islam can preserve. It might say, look, you can't have more churches and so on. Just like, imagine if you are a police, you're not gonna, inside your police station, say, this is an area where you can do your muggings.
Yes.
And you're stealing. You can't have that. So Islam considers...
Well, this is your version of Islam, which sounds better, but I feel like
think about it. Do you think Rome, do you think Vatican in Rome would allow mosques and gurudwaras and temples to be built?
No.
Likewise, Islam considers in certain places it's not in the interest of monotheism to have polytheistic counterparts.
So like Hinduism, do you consider that to be polytheistic?
Of course.
And then satanic?
Yeah, even Christian religion, the Orthodox Trinitarian religion is actually polytheistic.
Orthodox?
Yeah.
So it's the Trinity?
Yeah, polytheistic.
Catholicism is Trinity?
Catholicism has what we call shirk within it. But Trinitarian definitely is a polytheistic religion. Because the Father is God.
Polytheism bad?
If there is only one God, and we are supposed to worship this one God, and instead of doing that, you associate and you ascribe many other gods. Like imagine now, you have a partner, right?
Yes.
Wife, for example, and then she sees now you're actually going after another woman when she's supposed to be the only one.
I understand.
She's not going to like her, and you're not going to even like that she knows about it. So even in a human interactions, you don't want like this kind of things, because your status quo is you and your partner. Love, companionship.
You want to see it?
When God, وَلِلَّهِ الْمَثَلُ الْأَعْلَى, this is not even a comparison. When God alone is God, and yet people say no, the other God besides him. It's an insult.
Many Hindus believe only in one God, but he has different forms.
Correct. But they have a convoluted idea about God. Because their idea...
It's all just opinion, though. You believe you have the truth, and they believe they
You know,
have the truth.
how do we then... I mean, it's an interesting question.
Well, you just have to take a leap of faith, and you have to believe.
Then what if somebody takes a leap of faith and says, these tripods are gods? What would you say?
Well, that's obviously stupid. But,
See, now you're giving an opinion that's stupidity. They will say, look, you're insulting my religion, calling it stupid. So we have to draw a line.
Yeah, you do have to draw a line.
Right. Where do we draw the line? This is my brother Hamza, my friend. Where do we draw the line, Hamza?
Worshipping stupid things, obviously. Not
Worshipping stupid things, right?
Yeah, like...
So how would you come to that? How would you come to the conclusion that something is stupid and something isn't stupid?
Sorry.
One man's stupid is another man's non-stupid, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So you
So
think
if
when
we
people
now
worship like
relativize
cows
it-
and stuff, that's
So if we now relativize things,
Yes.
how do we determine where the truth lies?
No, I don't know.
Lots of confusion, right?
Yeah, there was a lot of confusion.
Right. And yet there's at least one truth within that confusion, which is what?
God.
that you can never find the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Maybe you can.
So no matter which way you try and slice it, you'll never be able to escape one inescapable truth.
And you believe that's Islam?
No, we believe that now gives us a concept of how we can try and find what truth is. That absolute truth that transcends you, me, Mansur, your friend here, and everyone else.
And the truth is that there's a higher God that designed the world.
Exactly. And we can at least then begin from an even field.
But why is the Quran, more truthful than like the Bhagavad Gita or the Bible?
So
I've read the Bhagavad Gita. I mean, it makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, it talks about the soul and consciousness. I find that more powerful than the Abrahamic religion.
Yeah, it may be more powerful on a sort of emotional level, but
I think it's more scientific.
It certainly isn't more powerful when it comes down to the concept of belief in one single God. And when you come to that conclusion, you can easily then use that as a criteria for doing away with all those other religions who claim, for instance, that there is this one God.
Yes.
But it can be worshipped in the form of that tripod, or the male and female genitalia, or the rat, or the monkey, or the stars, and the sun, and the moon. Now then the question comes back to what you originally said. How do we know how much level of stupid there is?
You're mocking Hinduism, aren't you?
So think about this.
So they think Hinduism is like polytheistic and bad.
Think about what you thought powerful, the soul, right?
Yes.
If the soul is the center of consciousness and knowledge and everything.
Our consciousness is tied to the universe and to God.
Right. How much of that consciousness do you have access to?
Well, I don't know, not all of it.
Why not?
Because we're
What separates?
ego and we're blinded by ego.
What separates? If consciousness, the actual Paramatma, the soul,
Yes.
is the center, focus, the origin of everything,
Yes.
does it get diluted?
Yes. By being in the material world, it's diluted.
What does it even mean diluted? Because if
We're
something
attached
is,
to things that are non-eternal.
think about it. If that is the source of all knowledge, it is the center of knowledge. It is knowledge. You should have full. If you have anything of that soul, even if you now quantify, right? Quantify, not qualitative, quantitative. Imagine now you have 0.1%, 0.1%,
Yes.
which you even don't, according to Hinduism. But 0.1% of absolute knowledge is still a lot of knowledge. But you don't have any of that. So no human being on this planet Earth displays anything of even to the fraction of all knowledge. That means the whole idea that we now have something of the soul, which includes knowledge and so on, is actually just fancy. It's not real. It's not realistic.
Yeah.
Because you can't guess. He's a heckler. He will disagree with everything you say. So this doesn't make sense when you actually analyze it from that level. But not only that, they say this is all to do with Brahma, who is either Shargun or Nirguna, right? Means attributed with attributes or no attributes. You can't have both, firstly. So the whole theological diversions that they have, the two schools of thought, they both cannot be true. Why? Because you can't be both attributed with something and not attributed with anything. Imagine now, any object that you can think of.
Banana.
Can you think of something that has no attributes?
No.
Think about something. Everything has an attribute. If you think about ball, immediately thinking ball is circular, spherical. It might have a color. It might occupy the space. Yeah?
Yes.
A square. Same thing, a certain shape. These are all attributes. So if God or Brahma, the soul, Paramatma existed, it already has an attribute of existence. It is something already. So it cannot be Nirguna. This whole philosophical school is making no sense intellectually and critically when you think about it.
Okay.
So that's why these kind of Eastern traditions is appealing, because it's spiritual, love, right? This is connectivity, energy. But when it comes to intellectual things, you will see their whole Upanishad, the 16 Upanishad they have, it's all actually confusion after confusion. Let me tell you the most confusing thing about the Sanatani, this belief system.
Yes.
You've heard of Ved, right? Rig Veda in English. The Veda, yeah?
text.
It's actually bed, but you call it Vedas. Rig Ved is the earliest and the most, you can say, evidential for them.
Yes.
Rig Ved, there is a chapter called the Nasadiya Sukta. Nasadiya Sukta. It says about this world, who created all of this? Does God know? Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Nasadiya Sukta, just remember these words. Go and search later on. How would you say about God, who knows everything? You say, maybe he knows, maybe he doesn't. That means the author of Rigbed, in this agnostic position, definitely did not get knowledge from God. Because God knows everything, how he created the world. So the Veda itself is now, from the very Nasadiya Sukta, is an evidence that it wasn't inspired by God, given by God, revealed by God, because this agnostic position tells us clearly it's not from God.
And the Quran is from God.
Does the Quran say it's from God? And why does the Quran say it's from God? And what evidence?
This is from God. I say
Yes,
this is from God.
the Quran claims it's from God, and it provides evidence that it's from God.
What evidence?
Good question.
Well, we have to go. The weather is very bad.
Right.
And
The Quran, okay.
It's very complicated.
Briefly
It goes over
then.
my head.
Briefly then.
I'm very stupid.
No, you're not stupid. Who says you're stupid?
I say it.
Okay.
We gotta go.
That's your humility. Anyway, because you have to go, the Quran does offer evidence, positive evidence,
I'll look into
and
it.
it offers falsification tests.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.